This is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about procrastination and the app developer. Okay, so today let's talk a little bit about procrastination. This is a question over the years on the live stream. I get this from time to time. I've got it in the comments. How do you deal with procrastination as an app developer? And my answer has always been, sometimes I get over it and sometimes I don't. This is one of the things that's really difficult when you're working on your own projects, and one of the benefits of doing client projects. If you're doing a project for a client or for somebody else, or you're working in an office, you have to deliver, you have to get things done. But when you're working on your own applications or your own creative projects, whether that be writing a blog, doing YouTube videos, making apps, all this kind of stuff, it's really easy to push that aside and do something else. And I'm prone to that as much as anybody else is. In fact, a few weeks ago, it was a Saturday afternoon, perfect opportunity. I had nothing to do, and it was a perfect opportunity to fire up this computer and start working on my own project, which I've been picking up and putting down again and again. But then I thought, I'm gonna go do some research I'm just gonna go to the bookstore. Maybe I'll find a good book. And I got this book here, which is called Start Now, Get Perfect Later by Rob Moore. It's a really good book. It's all about procrastination. And when I read through it, one of the things he talks about is, some people consider themselves to be procrastinators. Oh, you don't understand, I'm a procrastinator. So it's like, but we're all procrastinators, every single one of us. And he talks about this example of him as he's writing the book. He sees a bunch of boxes in the corner of his office, and he has to go break down those boxes, even though he's never done that before, right? And as I'm reading this book, I realize the very act of reading this book was a way for me to procrastinate from a project that I should have been working on, right? Something that we all deal with. We all procrastinate, especially when we have something, like sometimes we have that motivation and we just jump right in. Everything just goes smoothly, and you don't want to, it's like someone has to pry you from the keyboard. But a lot of the times it's just get started. Like, I got this API issue, and it feels like I've tried everything, and I've spent hours on Stack Overflow, and you just fire up the computer, and then after a while you got this learned helplessness, like, I'm not going to find the answer, so whatever. And then you just sort of, if you don't stick with it, that's just going to fade away, just float away. And and we procrastinate with different things. For me, I procrastinate, there's so much good, we're bombarded with stuff that could distract us. Like, it could be different people, it could be television. There's so many good television shows out there. It could be working out. One of the things, working out's a weird one because it's healthy and you get a lot of compliments like, hey, you're really looking fit. And you're like, yeah, thanks. But I've been hitting that gym hard because of this computer over here and this project that I should be working on, for my own project. I'm like, I think I'll go to the gym. Yeah, a gym's a good thing. That's a healthy way, but it's procrastination, right? Over the years, I've read lots of books on productivity. These are, just some of the ones on my bookshelf. I got so many, again, I procrastinate by reading more books, which pretty much say the same thing. There's, there's one called Productivity Ninja, getting things done is a great one, right? But one of the books that, again, years ago I read this, and sometimes I'll pick it up and read it. Again, further analysis by paralysis by analysis is a real thing. So there's this really good book. I've talked about this before. You've probably heard it before. It's called The War of Art, which is a play on The Art of War by Stephen Pressfield. Everyone talks about this. But in this book, he talks about the resistance, which is like anytime you try to do anything creative, like whether, he talks about whether you want to get abs or write a book or whatever, the resistance sneaks in and starts saying either it fills you with perfectionism or some other task that, needs to get done right away. Like for me, it's like, I haven't been to the gym yet today. I really need to get down there. I was like, is that the most important thing I could be doing? Like 6 months from now would be like, maybe I'll have abs. That would be kind of cool. But, I could have an app. I could have abs or an app. And, a lot of the times I'll go for, let's work out, let's go do some ab exercises, and it's just another way of procrastinating. I'm putting this out there because, I have produced some stuff in the past, but I've also am just as susceptible to procrastination as everybody else is. Like, if you look at the channel here, like the videos have become less and less frequent because of, I turned the camera on, but I was going to talk about this one thing, but oh, is that really good enough to make a video about? And, you know, and then you just start to talk yourself out of it, and in the end, you do nothing, right? So, you know, if you are going to read one book, again, not to procrastinate, this is a really good one, The War of Art. You have to think every time you sit at that keyboard, every time you start that new project, every time you pick up that project where you have a little bit of a resistance in because you're like, whatever, something's not connecting properly or some bit of code's not working the way it should. Always realize that you're always fighting the resistance. The resistance is always there. You know, it's all around us. We got so much quality distraction around us, more than ever in human history. And if you're going to create something, you have to realize that you're always battling against that. So anyway, I just thought I'd share some of my thoughts on that. I've been thinking about it a lot lately, you know. So as soon as I finish this video, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna work on this damn project because I'm gonna force myself to do it because, dude, man, it's been too long. Anyway, hey, thanks for liking and subscribing, all that kind of stuff. Join us on our Discord server if you guys want to talk to other app developers just like yourself. And that is it for today. I'll talk to you guys again next time.